what I discussed with Blair. You get the story on the Daily Trust newspaper. My father is a silent achiever, Buhari's daughter. The story is also on the Daily Trust newspaper. UK finally bans Nigerian students, others from traveling with family. Also on the Daily Trust newspaper. Newly commissioned second Niger bridge renamed after Buhari. Yeah, the story is on the Daily Trust newspaper. And now to the Vanguard newspaper. After May 29th, Niger Republic would defend me if. After May 29th, Niger Republic will defend me if, says Buhari. And also this morning on the Vanguard newspaper, Assault Shehu Kuti released after 7 days in police detention. 10th National Assembly leadership, Tinubu, Kwankwaso, Paris Palais may alter permutation. And also here on the Vanguard newspaper, 35 Oshu students hospitalized after inhaling tear gas fired by police. Now the writer says school's short situation under control. Now to another story here on the Vanguard says 2,300 under 5 years children die daily in Nigeria. This is according to Benue Health Commissioner. 2,300 under 5-year children die daily in Nigeria. Now to the Punch newspaper. Nigerians now appreciate why I close border, says Buhari. Now that story is on the Punch newspaper. Tribunal article will be tackled Tinubu as hearing begins Tuesday. 2,300 under 5 children die daily in Nigeria. Benue Commissioner Borno Road President requests Senate approval of 16 billion naira refund. CBN revokes 179 microfinance banks orders license. The story is on the Punch newspaper. Now to the Sun newspaper this morning. Niger Republic. Others will defend me if Nigeria disturb me, says Buhari. And Tinubu's legal team ban media interviews. Still on the Sun newspaper, don't parade yourself as speaker yet. Adamu APC boss wants Abbas. Now to the Guardian newspaper, division over oil search in North as NNPC returns to Lake Chad. Now the writer says question over capacity of NNPC bird amidst commercial viability. Inland basin exploration is fraud, says ex-Mosul President Zulum Benue will benefit from being an oil-producing state. Another one here from the Guardian newspaper, Buhari clears over 40 pending memos, appoint agency heads. Foreign students bar from bringing family members to UK. You get the story on the Nation's newspaper. Tinubu is a workaholic, says Lalong. The story is also on the Nation's newspaper. And Tinubu's government to inaugurate Lagos-Ibadan Road, says Fashola. And also from the Nation's, I won't seek re-election, says Lawan. You get the story on the Nation's newspaper. Now to This Day This Morning, This Day newspaper. Senate, House passes independent candidacy bill, transmit to Buhari for assent. Now the writer says urges Jigawa, 4 other houses of assembly to forward resolution on bill, urges territory institution to integrate Nigerian students returned from Sudan, opposes motion seeking to stop UK from banning Nigerian immigrants from immigrating with their families. And finally, this morning, 28 years after pulling out, NNPC resumed crude oil drilling campaign in Chad Basin. Now, these are the headlines this morning from at least 7 newspapers. We proceed now to discuss some of the interesting stories here, although quite a number of them are really interesting. If time will permit, we'll look at a number of stories as I connect now with Rufai Oseni for the analysis of the stories here. And in case you're just tuning in, this is the Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You are listening to the Front Page review, where we give you some of the headlines from different Nigerian newspapers, and then we get to discuss the hot topics. Hello, good
Hello, Mary.
morning. Good morning to
Bless
you.
you. Bless you, Mary.
Yeah, good morning. Good to have you this morning.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Okay, great. Let's move to this story about the UK bars Nigerian student, others from traveling with family. I know we talked about this some time ago, but it wasn't done yet. But finally, the news came out yesterday that the UK has about Nigerian student and others from traveling with families. It's not just Nigerians. We need to get that clear, because there were a lot of reactions from Nigerians on Twitter, social media, saying that Nigerians, like, it targeted us. But from the reports, it's other people too, not just people from our country. Postgraduates, people with masters, they can't bring their family anymore.
Truth is, the UK is a country that plans. It's not like us that we hardly have a plan and immigration quota for anything. They're already hitting their immigration quota. They opened up the possibility for people to come in after Brexit because they needed people. Once they're beginning to hit that quota, they have to shut it down till they plan again. So it's as simple as that. So it's nothing emotional. When they want you, they open their border, you rush in. When they don't want you again, when they're hitting the immigration quota, they kick it off. You see what's all happening to Suella Braverman, the Home Secretary in the UK. So it's just a case of immigration quota, and every country has it around the world. Even the US has got their immigration quota. The question we should be asking is, does Nigeria have an immigration quota? People are just pouring into the borders of this country, millions of people, up to the extent that there are cases of foreigners finding their way into our election register, getting our own PVCs. We can't man our borders properly, free flow to our border. No immigration. What's even the immigration quota for Nigeria? Nothing. Tons of people pouring into the space. But, they're not like us. They plan. For every visa issue, they plan. So they plan in such a way that once they meet the quota, they'll stop people from going out. So I think it's indicative that we too should plan.
No, it's not a sentimental issue.
No. They have immigration quota. So we keep thinking because we don't do something, others will think like us. The UK plans. Immigration quota is a big deal of a problem. It's not like us that all sorts of illegal migrants are in Nigeria. No passport, nothing, little or nothing. Everybody comes into Nigeria. The borders are so porous. Hence we have a lot of crisis. But they plan. Once you hit a certain quota, and their borders are properly manned, not like us. Didn't you hear our president saying that if you distort it too much, you will just go to Niger? We all heard that now.
Yes.
So that's how much they insult us. That if Nigerians distort you so much, you go to Niger. Anyway, he said it in a joking form, but it's a very serious matter. Because someone will think, is that not account for why we're doing all the rail lines to Maradi, which a lot of people were contesting and say, what's the economic value of this? Does that account for it? So is that why we should destroy Nigeria and not make Nigeria work properly because you can stroll to Niger? Anyway, he has said he has relatives there before now. We should learn to do better in this country. Security is a big thing. Nigeria borders are too porous. The way our borders are too porous, as good as they don't have borders sometimes. That's why you have a lot of illegal migrants flocking, insurgency, criminality, and crime in the country. So there are many things we need to upgrade, and that's why the new cabinet administration needs to fix border security, needs to upgrade the customs, needs to get more people into the forces. Because Nigeria is a very large country, spread across 923,000 square kilometers. There are some countries that we have borders that span up to over 1,000 kilometers with, spread across. And there are many border routes. Okay, take for instance, Republic of Benin. We have a border entry. Apart from this, the normal Lagos border entry used to pass into the Republic of Benin. Shaki area too connects into Republic of Benin. Even Ogun area connects into Republic of Benin. There are some places that from Ikpokia you walk into Benin Republic. So these are the things. How do we man those borders? We all know back in the days when we used to have, I'm sure we still have firewalk, where smugglers will smuggle the cars and drive them into the border. through the border into Nigeria and smuggle all sorts of materials. You know, there are some people that they became professional smugglers, the firewall they were called.
Yeah. Hmm.
So we need border security is part of the agenda of the new coming government. See, Nigeria over the years has been degraded through bad leadership, nonchalant. We've had presidents over the years that had this I don't care attitude that look away. All these problems we're having now are things that have been brewing over the years. It's just coming up to the surface now. Things have become bad over the years and we didn't systematically look at them. And that's what is causing all the problems we have now for us.
You know, the BBC reporter that was reporting this UK ban ended his report by saying that this ban might as well reduce the Japa syndrome in Nigeria, reduce people from Jakbuying. So I said to myself, these people already know
but it's true.
They already know what Jakba is.
No, but it's true. But you see, the sad reality is that this government that keeps defending the fact that so they've done well economically, because President Buhari yesterday, in commissioning some project, was trying to defend the debt. And I don't know how they think. Do they even think Nigerians are fools? You can do infrastructure without holding a lot of debt. Most of the debts were based on things you can account for the spending. It made the argument that we will increase infrastructural capital in the country. Yes, but does you have infrastructural stock? Yeah, but do you have to owe that much debt? Most of the debt you borrow to pay salary. What about the debt you took for your social investment program? Your debt like 800 million now, you are saying you want to take for a social investment program that we can't account for. What about the debt that you took during COVID-19 that you claimed you used to seek isolation center, but we can't account for all those money today? So they will think that Nigerians don't even know what is going on. And go and look at the immigration numbers. That part predominantly started becoming a big phenomenon when the economy started collapsing at the second term of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. That was 2018, 2019. Immigration numbers surged around that time. So it shows that people were responding to a decadent economic situation. That's what they were living. Go and check the immigration numbers in 2015 or 2014 compared to 2019 and see how people left the country in droves. Economies pretty much crumbled. I was on a call with the top executive in Unilever over the weekend. In fact, I think we're going to do a special on it. She was giving me some numbers that shocked me. She said, Rufai, do you know that Unilever today has closed the Omo division and Sunlight division? I asked her how many people were employed in this division. She said in Omo alone that she knows well over 300 to 500 people. Those were product lines. Omo used to be a very big advertising detergent in Nigeria. Sunlight too used to be another one. But Unilever has closed those divisions. Take, for instance, in the media sector, if we used to advertise Omo 8-9 years ago, anyway, we're not in existence then, but if we used to advertise Omo 8-9-10 years ago, if Omo's division advert spend was 100 million naira yearly, do you know that what that means is that 100 million naira has gone out of advert spend, which most media houses will be able to collect in the last 100 years? So the question is, when last have you seen an Omo advert? So this economic decadence is even affecting us in the media. That's why we're not making any revenue. And that's why we keep calling Nigerians to support BOP. You know our YouTube channel. Put money there for us so that we used to run this venture we are doing. Because you see, because of the decadent economy, we're not even getting revenue from advertising any longer. Sunlight. Do you know how many millions we have been put into Sunlight promotional that is no longer there? Unilever is closing those divisions. That's to show you the state of economy, because it doesn't make economy sense. The business climate is very brutal. It takes a lot of grace for us to keep running VOP. You guys have no idea. And on top of this, government is still taxing you heavily. And they don't give anything in tax in return. They don't do infrastructure, they don't do anything for businesses.
There seems to be a disconnect with the president when he speaks on some issues. People wonder where you're getting your facts from. For example, he says that Nigerians now appreciate why I closed the border. Let me read a bit
Oh
of
my
what he said. He
God.
said, the president has said that the policies taken by his administration were deliberately made for the development of the country, noting that Nigerians now appreciate why he closed the nation's border. Now he says this when he was inaugurating the new customs headquarters that was built for 19.6 billion naira in Abuja. He said that such policies became a legacy program because they later brought about the delights of the people of the country. He stated that the ban on the importation of foreign rice, for instance, was one of such a policy. He said, I deliberately closed the border. I said it's either you eat what you grow or you grow what you eat. Later, Nigerians appreciated it. You see?
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
So,
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Officially, Mary, today I would like to say a formal apology to the former Greek minister, no, because I thought he was the one that took that very draconian and very ill thought out decision. Little did I know that President Muhammadu Buhari was the one that took that very draconian and ill thought out decision. I apologize officially to the minister of Agri, to the former minister of Agri. Mary, President Buhari's plea should not insult us in the remaining days. You are happy you closed the border that destroyed the prospects of Nigeria? Mary, prior to border closure, inflation rate was 13%. The reason for the surge of inflation rate and food inflation is the border closure. After that same exercise, President Muhammadu Buhari is touting as a thing of success today. Inflation rate is over 22%. It was after border closure we couldn't stop and stem the tide of inflation rate. Border closure destroyed this country. It made us less visible in the eyes of our African partners. The likes of Ghana, because I follow regional media, the likes of Ghana and Benin Republic started calling our block for border closure. He said it will spoil us to grow with him. What is the rice that we have within now? You see, you didn't need to close border. All you need to do was give subvention for local rice producers so that they can compete with the foreign brands.
that's it.
The question is, where is the local rice? How dominant is it in the market today? Have they been able to increase the quality of the local rice? It's as simple as that. In the case of demand and supply, you didn't need to close the border. You've ramped up food inflation. You've destroyed a lot of Nigerians. Do you know how many people that inflation has taken away their salary, and you are supporting that as a president? When are we going to even have leaders that accept that I was wrong? You made a very terrible economic decision. Today, does Mr. Muhammadu Buhari know that most of the so-called people they gave anchor borrowers money, the scheme was fraught with a lot of mismanagement? Have they been able to repay the anchor borrowers loan back? Or don't they know that money is our money? Where is the rice abundance in the market as we speak today? Yeah, people eat local rice, but where is the rice abundance? Are we not still getting rice from foreign quarters being to augment rice on ground?
You know that when Garba Shehu spoke about this.
Let me even tell you something, Mary.
Yeah.
You see, we are building a lot of rice mills. We don't even have rice enough for those mills. I can tell you about some rice mills that they just commissioned. Go and quote me anywhere. They don't have stock of rice enough to be able to mill. So if we have so much sufficiency in rice, where is the rice? Or is it or we think when we did rice pyramid was going to be able to go to the millers? You will see that getting rice stock is even problematic. I have friends that own rice mills. So why are we defending this very draconian decision? You have ramped up inflation. Please go and fact check me, Mary. Inflation rate was about 13-14% before the border closed. After border closure, inflation rate moved up. And you are still defending it. No, this is not right. Just like how he was saying that he would disturb him too much, he would go and meet a family, people in Niger. There's some things that President Buhari should not be saying.
And that was why I
And
said,
please,
yeah, go.
President-elect Bola Tinubu should take a cue from this. Nigerians can't go through the horror of what is facing President Muhammad Buhari, and you, Bola Tinubu, make life difficult for Nigeria. Bola Tinubu is condemned to succeed. He must hit the ground running. He is condemned to succeed. He must succeed. Because if we go through another pain, like we've gone through under President Muhammad, it will be tantamount to a lot of pain for Nigerians.
Now,
anyway, let's not forget the fact that the cases are still in court. I must always add that.
yes, the case is still in court. Like I said at the beginning of the program, we have a lot to talk about, but because of time, we can't really talk about everything. Talking about President-elect Tinubu, you know that Tony Blair is in the country to see him, and they also had a conversation. Inauguration, there is a serious preparation, and Biden has sent delegations, and that's on one hand. And also, I'm trying to put everything together so you could just talk about it. And Shehu Kuti also, he's been released from prison. I saw the video yesterday. His family, they were all happy that after 7 days in police detention, he was finally released. But it's going to appear in court today, according to the report. So, can you talk on? And also, the president's daughter also said that his father is a silent achiever. So
anyway, we've not seen the achievements, except for infrastructure and everything, but we've not seen the achievement on the economy. We made the economy worse off. Insecurity grew worse. Economic priority, Nigeria became less respected on that. Yes, he did the second Niger bridge, we give him that. He did rail, we give him that. But some of the infrastructure he did was suspect. The airport he did, the structural design was not right, so he couldn't land wide-body planes. Rail line from Kano to Kaduna.
You know the second Niger bridge has been named after him, our president.
Yes, the second Niger bridge has been named after him, which I feel it is the highest level of psychopathy by the governors in the southeast, which I don't know why they are naming any bridge after him. All right, the bridge is done, it's done, it's done. It's done with the Commonwealth of Nigeria. Why don't they then name it the Nigerian People's Bridge? Why must they name it after a president or a leader? That's my question.
That's still in
office.
I'm
against them naming after him. Secondly, you talked about the UN. US has sent a delegation. But for me, the US delegation is a reflection of the downgrade, how they see Nigeria now. So is it that for an inauguration in Nigeria, US cannot even send a higher ranking official, like the Secretary of State, that they're sending Secretary of Urban and Housing? That we should be crying. It's a downgrade. For a country of Nigeria's magnitude, that when Nigerian president visited the US, and when Nigerian Prime Minister visited the US in Tafawa Balewa, we are so falling along the grace line. Do you know that it was the vice president that came to receive Tafawa Balewa at the airport in 1960? So the US can't even send his vice president to our inauguration. No, they can't even send Secretary General and US Secretary of State. They are sending Secretary of Urban, another third or fourth grade. The US has really seen us finish. And it speaks volume of our electoral process. And that's why a lot of people that think that US are having an electoral process. They are giving you subliminal jabs. Whoever thinks that US endorsed this election process must not be thinking properly. Because you see, the foreign policy report they wrote after the election spoke volumes about the irregularities that happened in the election. And giving their verdict. So they might have conversation. The Secretary of State might have conversation with all people and everything. But there's also something called international posture and diplomacy. If they don't honor you with their presence, then you are not really honored. So there's something called posture and diplomacy. If you are really important, there's no big. President Jonathan's inauguration, correct me if I'm wrong, John Kerry was there. Wasn't he there? He was there. So if they don't honor you with their presence, then it shows that they don't really honor you. So for a country that went to Balewa went in the 60s, and a lot of people don't know that here in America has a very checkered history. Do you know that the first telephone satellite communication between two leaders in the world was between Tafawa Balewa and President Kennedy? A lot of people don't know that part of our history. That was how respected Nigeria used to be.
That I remember part of the conversation between Kennedy. Oh, look at you need to see the play of I love Nigeria so much. I love this country too much. You need to see the play of everyone I'm talking about. Part of the conversation there between President Kennedy and Tafawa Balewa was President Kennedy congratulating Tafawa Balewa on the Tiger victory, or I think on Hogan Batty, one of Nigeria's boxers that outpunched an American boxer. So Nigeria has fallen to the extent now that they are sending for second or third tier officer for our inauguration. Tony Blair has been here many times. There's no big deal about Tony Blair being here. He runs a lot of charitable organizations in partnership and concerns for peace around the world. I don't see why people are making, what is it called, political capital that Tony Blair came to see President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tony Blair was guest when they opened house on the church here in Lekki. So he has come to launch church to Lekki. I don't think it's a big deal about. I was there. It happened in my house. Tony Blair was there when they opened house on the rock church in Lekki.
Okay.
So he's there in his capacity as former PM, but he's also there, diplomacy and all of that. It's as simple as that. So there's no big deal about this. Yeah.
Now, for Shehu Kuti, just a word. Now that he's been released, did he please do well?
I'm happy Shehu is out, but the police did not do well. It just shows that they just wanted to punish this man and deliberately keep him and drag on for a while, which is very sad. But the case is not over, please. He's just out of jail. He will still have to face his court time. He will go to court, and whatever the judge do, he's going to face his battle. But I'm unhappy the way the police has treated this man, the high-handedness of the police. Because let me tell you something. This is the same police that want justice now. But this is the same police that when the court rules for them to compensate people, they've not compensated them. The lady that the viral video went out that during COVID that they slapped and all of that, I keep asking that the court ruled that they should pay her some money. As the police paid that money to.
Thank you.
So if the police wants justice, they should start by compensating all the people that they've ruled against them to compensate. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Rufai Oseni. Ensure you have a great day.
Have a great one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the front page review on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I'll open the phone lines now as I connect with Obed Awede for another analysis of some of the stories here. But you can also call now. You could call on 0700 903 903 903. I'd like to hear from you. Join the conversation. What's your take? And you can also send in a WhatsApp message. Yeah, we're going to read it up. You could also send a YouTube messages. Send a YouTube message for us. We're going to also read your messages. The number is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call in. I think I have him on the line. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome, Obed Awede.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's look at this story. Said tribunal, Atiku will be tackle Tinubu as hearing begins on Tuesday. There's a lot of anticipation. People are wondering what is the tribunal going to say? What is going to be their judgment on this? What's your take on this?
Well, it's it's going to be a long trial. But interestingly, let me just say this, because what the tribunal did was actually the pre-hearing. So it's like setting the ground rules for the trial. And the trial will begin now on May 30th. That is the day after the inauguration. And they'll be sitting every day, including Saturdays. So they are actually determined to expeditiously tackle this so that they finish in time. So they are looking at between May 30 and the first week of August, they would have addressed, they would have taken all witnesses and then adopted the statements of the various councils, the parties to the suits. So hopefully that by August 8th, that by the timetable that they gave, they would have finished everything about trial, and then they will not set a date for judgment. So we will see this play out over many months, June, July, August. That's about 3 months, which is what is envisaged in the electoral act. Then, of course, we may likely see judgments August. We don't know whether it will be towards the middle or end of August and then September. But it's good what they have done, because initially they called the parties to ask for how much time, and they were giving so much time. OB team was saying they needed 49 days. That is 7 weeks to call all their witnesses. They're looking at about 50 witnesses.
Yeah.
For 49 days to call all their witnesses, and then the PDP too was asking for something similar to that, to call about the 100 witnesses or so. And that would have taken so much time. So they actually cut it down to 3 weeks each for both teams that are challenging the election. And so we were hoping that by June or so, we should be done with all those witnesses and things like that, and then arguments and notice will go. So it's good. They've actually set the ground rules, and they've actually been very business-like. It's like, look, we want to get this done in time. We don't want to face so much arguments and so on and so forth. And tied in with the fact that they are not doing live telecast anyway. So the whole ground rules for the challenge has been set. So we'll see how it goes. It depends on how they do it. I think the OB team, they are saying that they have to work extra to make sure they get all their witnesses in. The PDP too is assuring that they can do that. We just see how the arguments go, because there's so much to say about this election. Of course, the winning team, the APC, is arguing that by whatever means, by whatever way, Tinubu would have won the election and is justified to have been declared winner of the election. Of course, the PDP and Labour Party are saying no. And they are challenging on some other issues too, challenging on eligibility, challenging on some other issues that are not essentially about the votes, but about whether the candidate Tinubu or Shetima will actually qualify to be on the ballot. All those arguments will come in. Recall that senior advocate Agbakoba has said before that some of these things can be tackled, but I understand the whole sentiment about tackling those issues of judicial interpretation. People just believe that you just come and tackle it and say, well, based on this and this man is disqualified. But they want to take everything holistically. You don't give room for doubts and the rest of it. So that by the time you take it and you deliver a judgment, it's not a question of delivering judgment in bits. So that's why they are doing all this, to make sure that everything is done before the end of August.
And finally, the legal team of the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC at the PEPC has placed a ban on media interviews on the proceedings of the court, with the threat to expel any member of the team that defaults. Yes.
I think it's trying to get a bit of discipline on their side. You know, it's interesting that if you look at the way the case has been going, we've not really found that people from the APC, that's the defendants, APC, and the rest of them, coming to the media to talk. Yeah. We usually find counsels from Labour Party and the rest of them, because lawyers are funny. They are looking that there's also a PRO side to every matter in court. So perhaps it's trying to inform the public to show that they are good, they have a good enough case, that everything is going well for them, to give hope to candidates, to their supporters, and of course their principals, those that are representing in court, and the rest of them. So I think on the APC and Tinubu side is look, we don't want to give a statement, because you find that in the course of the trial, people will make comments, people will come with allegations, people will come with testimonials and things like that, and then people want to get the lawyers on the side to say something, and they may just say things that will just go against the position of the council. So I believe they want to control the narrative on that front.
Thank you so much, Obed Awede, for your contribution this morning.
So thank you a lot.
Yeah, we've been speaking with Obed Awede, he's the chairman, editorial board, Politics Now newspaper. The phone lines are open officially, 0700 903 903 903 for you to join the conversation. What's your take? We've talked about a lot of things today, from the statement made by the president to Sheu's Guti's release, to the inauguration, to Tony Blair, all of that. You could join the conversation. And Second Niger Bridge being named after our president Buhari's, so it's Buhari's Second Niger Bridge is Buhari's bridge. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the program. What's your name and location?
Thank you very much. Emeka Zenwa are my names, calling from Ejibu.
Okay, go ahead.
Good. Our government officials has become an agent of commissioning projects that are not completed. In as much as I'm concerned, the last time I checked, the second Niger bridge has not been completed. Even the leadway from the express is not usable. And now it has been commissioned. Emmanuel Uduahan, when he was leaving Delta State, he commissioned the Asaba Airport, uncompleted. Even Dangote Refinery, they've just commissioned. Dangote told us that the production will start by July. And they quickly rushed to commission it in order to end the glory. And I want to say, upon all the anomalies that this government has committed, they went ahead and crowned it all with a shamble election if care is not taken, will lead Nigeria to nowhere. They're just running from pillar to post to make sure that they end the glory. But Nigeria has really known that the government has not done anything. Buhari has left the country 50 years backwards than he met it. So there's nothing for us to dance about. He was telling us that Nigerians are happy that he closed the border. Why that closure lasted? We knew that bandits used that same closed border to enter Nigerians and kill Nigerians. Let him go to Benue State and commission a project. Let him go to Southern Kaduna and commission a project. Those areas where Nigerians have been murdered and slaughtered on daily basis, he ran away from there. He was going to a place where things are made ready, where food is ready on the table. In fact, I don't even envy him at all. If at all, he will be inaugurated as president. I don't envy him because this country has been destabilized. Thank you and have a good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to join the conversation. And for the WhatsApp is 0700 903 903 9. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and location?
My name is Ibrahim from Elata.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I want to talk about inauguration. By the grace of Almighty God, we will swear in the president by Monday. And again, I want to talk about second Niger bridge that people are talking about. I think PDP benefits from Southeast for good future. Very unfortunately, they cannot lift up this bridge. At the end of the day, Buhari do it, although it's Nigeria money. But if Buhari say that he don't want to do it and do another thing, we'll be blaming him and, criticizing him. Although it's Nigeria money, but I really appreciate it. I want to talk about rice. My sisters have opportunity to see real agriculture, agri people in this country. They will tell you that they benefit a lot from the Buhari government. So this rice, you know what these people do is that they will package this rice and sell it to another country. That's why we have to rise security today. The same thing, all those people who are collecting subsidy money, and when they collect the subsidy money, they will now carry our people to go and sell in another country. That is what is going on. What give a lot of farmer money in this country and help them to block the border so that they arrive in the selling. But today they are not selling it in our country. We are the problem of ourselves, my sister. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, Ibrahim from Ilasa. 0700 903 903 903. Lots of messages coming in. I'll just take some more calls, then I'll read your messages. Hello, good morning.
Mary, how are you? Good morning.
I'm fine. Welcome, Mr. Peter Monse. Go
ahead.
Thank
you very much.
Yeah, go
Mary,
ahead.
Please, how many children under age 5 did you say die daily in Nigeria now?
I think about 2,000 and something. I have to check.
You know why I asked you again? I thought it's 230. So 2,300 daily children of Nigeria, and Buhari is the president. If Buhari had died at that age, would he have been the president today? Mary, please, do you know what caused their death? What was the cause of their death, these children?
Okay. Okay,
I'm asking because I want to tie it to something. Please, sorry, very quickly.
Okay, 2,300 under 5 children die daily in Nigeria, and the Benue commissioner has said, I have to go into the stories to give you details, but go ahead. I'll give you details as you progress.
All right. Mary, yesterday we were told about 63,000 Nigerians died under Buhari under 7 years.
Oh,
announced 2,300 children of Nigeria will die daily.
is that that they die daily of preventive diseases?
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. All these are Nigerian children. And that's why I'm saying preventive diseases. Because the president that came and now, if we have a good medical service, can't sicknesses be prevented? Can't diseases be prevented? They can be prevented. We have a president that came in and cared about medical services. We have a president that came in, any small problem that he has, he traveled abroad, he allowed Nigerian children to die. If he was allowed to die like that, would he have been the president today? That's where my point is going to. And now this same president, Mary, you see one thing, I will ask Nigeria, I say, Nigerians, how on a day? Nigerians, how on a day? When I was telling them then, that Buhari did not cry to come back and save Nigerians, that he was crying to come back and make, progress he did not make when he was a military ruler. And make the money he did not make, enrich those he did not enrich. But you hear what the daughter says? My father is a silent achiever. He has achieved a lot. At least up to today, we're having the highest number of people that have died in Nigeria. That's an achievement. You can't buy rice, you can't buy granite, you can't buy banana, you can't buy bread, you can't buy beef regis. That's an achievement. Then what of oil? What of the stealing in the sector? That's an achievement that the daughter has said. And
Thank
finally,
you.
for Buhari to have the mind to still tell Nigerians that the Niger Republic will protect him and others will protect him. That means that's why this man came to invest in Niger Republic and Afghanistan, so that when he leaves, those are the people that will protect him. Is
Thank
that
you.
a statement that the president that is leaving should make?
Thank you.
To kill your country, destroy your country.
Thank you,
so
thank
that
you.
other countries can protect you.
Thank you,
It's
Mr.
okay.
Peter Monse.
Nigerians, how are they? Well
Thank
done.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Antonio.
Yeah, good morning to you. Welcome. What's your name and location?
My name is Jude.
Okay.
I'm calling from Ethiopia.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, yes, I'm a first caller.
Welcome.
What I want to say is that there's a matter Nigeria is taking likely. When analysis is saying this morning, he said that President Buhari said it jokingly that after his tenure, if Nigeria is not paying much, he will travel to Niger. He has his cousins there. Have not seen not seen a person who brother is the president lives in Niger. This is something Nigeria should take seriously and look into it. That statement is going somewhere. This is what I have to say this morning. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now let's take some of the messages that we have on WhatsApp. Good morning, Mary. Buhari commissions uncompleted second Niger bridge and Southeast APC governors naming the bridge after Buhari is an insult to the Easterners. And who did they consult? Although 95% of Easterners know the bridge as second Niger bridge. Okay, thank you so much, Leo from Lagos. Okay, another one here says, good morning, Mary. Is Buhari really a Nigerian? How can he say Niger will defend him? Which other Nigerian president can say that? No wonder he does not care if all Nigerians are killed. May God help us, Gabi from Ojo. Thank you so much for the message. And Mary, if we talk, you people will shut us up. Buhari has achieved his aim by destroying Nigeria religiously, ethnically, economically, and otherwise. Now he wants to run away. UK is banning innocent Nigerians that are running away because of bad leadership, and they left politicians that has destroyed this country with their evil deeds and policies. God will judge. Or Senator from Isolo, thanks for your message. And another one, good morning, Mary. The UK government should stop this initial gra they are doing and leave Nigerians traveling to their country to enjoy the show while it lasts. After all, they are making millions from this process. And for PMB, none of his policies has ever been a favorable one. Closing the borders was a big mistake because we don't have enough and we are producing nothing to cushion that effect. From HRH, Bisun Woko Inoshodi. Thank you for the message. And another one here says, good morning to you, Rufai, and how are you doing today? Trust God. Okay. Thank you. There's another message. Good morning, Mary. Hope you are having a great day. Nigeria, oh Nigeria, which way to go? In 2023, a government that cannot identify its citizens through data information, no technological development, no good education, no power, no employment, no healthcare, jackpot on the high NNPC, so that now you hope on Dangote refinery and you hope for cheaper fuel. Why not ask yourself how much is Dangote's made in Nigerian cement for you as a Nigerian, and ask what have you as a citizen benefited for 2 decades of democracy? Who did this to us? Asamota Bride from Italy. Thank you so much for the message. And the porous border is deliberate and man-made. It's not a rocket science. It's something that can be done or corrected if the desire and will is there. Porous border is a source of income for the high and mighty in the nation. Many have become overnight billionaires through this means. So when they keep giving excuses for their failure on porous border, they are playing trick on the masses. When are we going to stop this white man validation of all our nation's affair? Whether the U.S. asks their ambassador here in Nigeria to represent them at the presidential inauguration, it does not mean or belittle our country or means that there is no strong tie between Nigeria and the U.S. The mentality of foreign country validation on everything we do must stop. Adegboyega Adedeji, thank you for the message. And more messages here. Good morning, guys. I regretted campaigning and supporting Mr. Buhari in 2015. I just wanted to use this medium to apologize to those that voted for him through my campaign and support to Mr. Buhari. In my life, I have never seen the most disaster of a government like that of Buhari. May God help the country. Elekande Isaac, thank you so much for the message. Okay, good morning, Mary. This is AY from Mushi. Mary, I don't know how you used to hear your second analyst. His voice isn't clear at all. Me and my friends hardly hear him when he speaks. Okay, help us to okay, we'll do that. Thank you so much for your feedback. Good morning, Mary. Comrade Peterson says Buhari kept on saying he will move to Niger. And finally, before we'll take calls, good morning, Mary. Buhari joked that Niger Republic will defend him if troubled after his exit is a post-administration fear due to his bad failure. We have all seen how he used our resources to develop Niger Republic. As per ongoing election tribunal, the day President Buhari voted showed the whole world his cast for Tinubu. Same day, all government agents and agencies stood by it to make it a reality. So I don't expect any change of status quo after the whole tribunal proceedings. This is Nigeria, a land of possibilities and misappropriation. May God have mercy on us. Okay, may God have mercy on us. I mean, you want to say all, or may God have mercy upon us all. Biodu from Ikorodu, thank you for the message. Now back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome. What's your name and location?
Yeah, this is Anthony calling from Ikotu Egbe.
Welcome, Mr. Anthony. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Mary,
Yes.
you see, everybody have been complaining about Buhari.
Yes.
See, if this man has done good to this country, this way they are calling him, the same way people will even still comment him. See, with this Buhari, all of us were saying, Buhari has been benefiting from this country starting from the beginning of his life. But he never asked himself, can the citizen of this Nigeria have the same benefit? Look at what his daughter is saying. I didn't blame him because she just come up and see everything. He just meet everything done. The daughter I didn't blame because he just come up and meet everything. Just start eating what they did not labor. I just pity his children that is coming, because they are still going to reap for what their father is doing now.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Anthony. Hello, good morning.
Hello, very good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Ben from Eva.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Ben. Go ahead.
The way Buhari talk shows that Buhari was not even listening to, he doesn't listen to radio, look at television, doesn't read news, so nobody read newspaper for him. Doesn't know what is happening in Nigeria. He's not even interested in this country at all. That was why things are happening. If anything they come and tell him, he believes it. Look at the border he closed now. Look at the damage he caused. Look at the way the customs we are prospering. If you look at his state, he said we are carrying the same right with Okada. Every second they carry Okada, hundreds of Okada carry bags of rice, to and fro from Katsina to Niger to Chad. They carry it to and fro. It's not even interested in what the government is discussing. Look at Boko Haram entering from Katsina, entering from Kotoluka, customs, determining them to be billionaires overnight, seizing things, and the same rice is entered. One doesn't know that Nigeria is still eating foreign rice. But instead of us to buy rice at 20,000, we're buying it at 40,000 because of what custom is doing on the road. If they say Buhari did not close border, that he did not ban foreign rice, people will go and buy rice, and we will buy it at normal price. But because of that banning or closing of border, it makes it very, very possible for customs to be exploiting people, and rice becomes so expensive. As for naming of Niger Bridge after his name, they should also name Third Mainland Bridge after Babangida's name. But it was Babangida that built Third Mainland Bridge. I don't know the one they will name after Tinubu in this Lagos. There is nothing that Tinubu commissioned in this Lagos. Nothing.
Thank you.
Absolutely nothing.
Thank
you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we have a minute to go. Not even up to a minute anymore. Okay. Let me quickly take the messages on YouTube. We have Ajay Boy said, "Good morning, Mary." Thank you. I see your message. And the next one is Solomon Unodim said, "Good morning to Nigeria." Okay, I can go on. Another one is Dorama said, "Buhari may likely cause a conflict between Nigeria and Niger Republic. He needs to come out clean about his identity." Okay, thank you for your message. Johnny Wise Ezenwa said, "Anything that Buhari said, people should think well, because all his words mean something different." Okay, change. Okay, let's see. Frank Imobe says, "Good morning, Mary. I can see that you journalists are overwhelmed with the situation Nigeria is going through. You have no opinion than to do your job with caution. Good job, Rufai, for your analysis." Okay. And Johnson said, "I saw the presidential delegation prepared by the White House to Tinubu's inauguration and laughed. This goes to show that the U.S. does not take Nigeria as a nation seriously." Thank you so much for the calls, the messages, the contributions, the conversation. Much appreciated. My time here is up. I need to go. Thank you so much. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. You can find me on Instagram. I'm there, Mary Media, MERRY Media. Coming up next at 8 o'clock is Ogendigbo. Okay, keep it here. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.
Of the morning.
So how come that they usually make a statement and then the executive refuse to obey that statement? We should address the issue of flooding that is ravaging most states in the country.